Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. It's Leo speaking. Today we are going to go through how the drummer works, and we are going to touch a little bit on the drum kit designer as well. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, so we just launched the Logic Pro for iPad. Inside an iPad Pro M1, let's click on Create Project. Let's click on Tracks. Now, let's choose drummer this time, but let's click first on the three dots. As you can see, you can still use an external MIDI controller if you want so, and you can choose the port and the channel, of course, the audio in, the format of the audio in, and the audio in channel as well. But we are not going to do that. Next, you can choose the drummer genre, and that is rock, alternative, songwriter, R&B, electronic, hip-hop, percussion, and that will determine the style of the drummer, which create the patterns. And you can have the browser open or not. In my case, I leave it closed and I click on Create. As you can see, you are in edit mode, but let's close that to start with. And you see a track created with a drummer region. You can click on it and to select it, click again to see the different options. The reason I'm starting here is because you have an additional one at the bottom, which is to convert. Now, as you can see, the track is in audio format, right, or drummer format. And you can play, of course, straight away. Perfect. But if you go to convert, you can, for example, convert it to MIDI region. And as you can see now, it is a MIDI region. And if you click on edit, you see actually all the different notes inside your piano roll, or I should say step more than notes, as this is a drummer. So let's close that, click on it again, convert, and then convert to drummer region to go back to the original drummer region as it came when we created the track. Now you can also convert it to separated by note pitch and also by articulation. I will do a dedicated tutorial on articulation. So for now, I will cover just the separate by note pitch. And as you can do that, it has created, it has separated really all the different notes that have the same pitch, right? And then if you click on one of them, you go inside the editor, you can see all of those notes. And it's quite useful because you could, for example, click and select a number of notes and or steps and move them up like so, and then you could play. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Now let's click undo again, so we go back to the original drummer region. So let's click edit. Okay. And so this is the interface when you edit it, okay? But it uses, if you click the plugin, it uses Drum Kit Designer with a compressor active to actually generate the sound. And Drum Kit Designer is very simple to use. Actually, I started from there. You can see controls to increase the gain for the kick, snare, hi-hat, and tones, which we can do. Okay, and if you double click on Drum Kit Designer and let's expand it, this is your Drum Kit Designer. It is organized in different sections, which each section represents one of the drum pieces. So the kick is the first one, snare, hi-hat, etc., etc. For each one of them, you can adjust the tune, the dampen, and the gain, which is the same gain that you saw in this view here. Okay, so let's reopen it. Double click. Let's maximize. Okay, and actually let's bring up a play surface, which in this case will be a drum pad. So let me adjust the tune to show you. Dampen. You can hear it's much drier. Double click to reset it and then the gain. Okay, So let's minimize the play surface and let's maximize the drum kit designers. Let's scroll down and you can see also the other controls for the other drum pieces, including percussion, gain, and also under details you find the input mapping, which at the moment is set for general MIDI, but you can have it general MIDI plus modulation wheel, which controls hi-hat, opening degree, and also the drum as well, if you need so. Okay, and that is the drum kit designer. And now let's close the plugin and let's go back to edit mode where we see the control for the drummer. Let's expand these a little bit more. So let's start from the top left. You have normal view. Here you have automation. A full tutorial is coming on that. Here you have presets, which you can change, of course. Let's try. Okay, and then here you have a main view, which is what you see now, and you have a details view. Now the details view will change based on the drummer that you have selected. Here you have this interesting icon, which looks like a redo. What it does, it gives you a variation of the drummer region. You can see the drummer region is changing as I click on it, but the settings here are not changing, which is good to give you a variety, another variety. Okay, next we have lock settings. So when you change preset, you might want to lock the fills and also the swing, up to you. So if you lock them, they will not change as you change the different presets here. Similarly, when you change the drum mass, if you are happy with the settings and the drum kit, you can just lock them so they will not change. So they are nice to have as options. Okay, now in the middle of the screen we have pop rock here. This is the drummer, so click on it and you can choose a different one. So for example, if you go to electronic, then you can choose big room EDM. Just remember that if you don't have all the packs installed, they will ask you to install the missing one. So in this case, you can see that has changed. The other thing to show you, if I go to details now, you see the view is different. You see auto half time, which was not in the other drummer. Okay, and I'll come back to these in a moment. Actually, let me show you now. So if I go back to acoustic and I select pop rock and I go back to details, you can see I have a feel here and I also have ghost notes here. Okay, so auto hi-hat, etc. So the interface actually has changed. But let's go back to that interesting big room EDM, because I want to show you something particular with this drummer. So first of all, here you have Complexities. So pay attention to the drummer region here. It will increase in complexity as I move things up to the top. Okay, and as I move them down, it will become less complex. Equally, you have an intensity here. You can see as I change these slider, the intensity will increase or decrease accordingly. Very handy. Okay, next here you have different control, different pieces that you can add, and also variation in terms of pattern. So let's say that I'm going to add here, for example, open hi-hat, etc. So, and then you can change the variation here, moving the sliders. Let me actually set these on a loop. Click on the region, click again, then cycle, then selection. So let's click play. So you can have a lot of fun here. Next here, you can adjust the fills. So again, pay attention to what happens on the drum region. And again, it will introduce fills. And you can decide how much fills you want to have. Now, if you click on here, this option, you activate follow. And if you check here, it will ask you what track to follow in terms of adjusting the drummer region and the timing. So what you could do, for example, is come back here, open the browser, for example, go inside one of the loops and, for example, bring one of these drum set. Yeah, actually, not like this, like so. Okay, and then go back to the drummer region. Let's expand these a little bit more, and then you can follow, for example, let's scroll down this particular one, and you will see that it will make some of the changes here accordingly, based on this 60th shuffle drummer set, which I can mute. You can see that when I disable follow, it changed back timings for the drummer region pieces that were played. Okay, let's go to the details now. You can set it to auto half time. This is very much dependent on the drummer, but let me show you what happens. Very different. So you go on half time. You can humanize it. So again, if you pay attention what's happening, is a little bit subtle, but it moves around the plane of some of the kit pieces so that it makes it more human, almost introducing some errors. And sometimes it's difficult to capture them straight away. Next, you have swing, which you can adjust with the dial, and it can be based on 8th notes or 16th as you prefer. Okay, really nice. And of course, you can also do phrase variation. Okay, and that will change, as you can see, it will make some change variation on the phrase that you have active. All of these, in terms of hearing it, depends also on the complexity that you have active, okay? And also the different variation here for the kit pieces that you are using. Okay, now let's change the drummer to that acoustic pop rock. Now, it looks the same, but if you go on the details, you have some differences. So to start with, you have a feel, and this allows you, for example, to have the beat in advance or behind tempo, okay, which is quite interesting. You can hear that it was accelerating as I was moving it to pull, okay. Then you can decide the balance between hi-hat being closed and open with this slider, and you can also have it in auto mode. I like to disable auto mode and actually decide myself, so let me show you the differences. So you can hear the hi-hat being more open when the slider was at the top. And you have the swing, as we've seen using the previous drummer. And then you have ghost notes, which are syncopated additional, effectively, steps or notes for your kick and snare, for example. And this is very much dependent on the complexity that you have selected. So if we go to the main and we increase the complexity, now if you pay attention to the drummer, you say that he has introduced some syncopated notes, and of course is going to remove them as well. It's practically more than introducing them is accentuating the levels. Okay, I'm going to stop here for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Now you know how to use the drummer, and you also had an introduction to the drum kit designer. Thank you very much. See you next time.